What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. So today I'm going to do a live take profit trader withdrawal using Wise. And I've never used Wise before, but another trader asked if I can make a video on it, and here it is. And I also want to have a discussion on some of the struggles I've been going through as a prop firm trader, and also touch on the toxic trading mindset that comes from trading and social media. So let's do this payout and we'll start with the discussion. So I'm going to proceed with the payout in progress. And instead of choosing a bank account, I'm going to choose Wise. And it will ask you to sign into your Wise account, or it will ask you to enter in your email. So I'll do that here. I'll enter in my information really quick. And let's see what happens because I've never done this before. So I have my email, name, address, and it looks good. Okay, I'm going to hit confirm and see what happens. Okay, so I guess that's it, and I'll just wait for it to hit my Wise account. So now that that is done, let's lead into this discussion. So in the last week of August, I blew my pro accounts by making dumb decisions. And that's why I had so much downtime in between payouts. Because you can see my last payout was 2 weeks ago. But what it does is it takes away the potential income you could make, because Take Profit Trader gives access to daily payouts when you're above the buffer. And blowing accounts can also put you on tilt for the next round of test accounts. And I ended up taking test accounts, blowing them, and eventually arrived to this payout after 2 weeks. And now that I got this payout, I made an impulsive decision again in the markets. Today, I traded outside of my strategy and just couldn't manage myself during the session. And it ended up with blown accounts again, even after being above the buffer. So when I withdraw, I take all the money above the buffer out because I know how quickly things can go south. And being above the buffer makes you feel safe, but in reality, you're a few bad trades away from losing the accounts and having to go through the test process again. This usually comes from over leveraging, over trading, risking too much per trade, not following your strategy, and ignoring your system. And what sucks even more is something I hadn't thought about is that I've actually activated 10 pro accounts in the last 30 calendar days. So I can't activate any new accounts for another 2 weeks. And I know I blow a lot of accounts, but I just want to share this perspective to show you the reality of it. It would be disingenuous to only talk about the payouts and not about the blowups. I want to show the reality of a prop firm trader who's been in the game for 2 years and still makes the same frustratingly avoidable mistakes. And in the moment, emotions hijacked my decisions despite all the stakes involved. And I don't want to normalize this tilt situation. I agree it's common in trading, but I want to take actionable steps to improve. And that includes journaling to identify breaks in discipline and patterns that lead to destructive habits, understanding psychological responses that will help or hurt us, and taking concrete steps to exercise our discipline muscles. And this is something I'm actively working on. And I hope sharing how I'm developing as a trader will encourage others to take similar steps. This is the most I feel I'm qualified to do. I don't feel qualified to teach because I'm still relatively new to this and still make the same mistakes. So all I can share is my experience and the development journey. Anyways, since I can't activate test accounts for another 2 weeks, I'll focus on another set of test accounts or maybe try with another firm. I already have 5 past test accounts, but I'm blocked from TPT activations, and I don't want to expose myself to too much risk by resetting pro accounts, especially after falling back into bad habits. Right now, the best thing I can do is focus on breaking these bad habit loops. And humans are habitual in nature, and habits can be good or be bad, but they can be broken. So I'll be working on that until I can activate my test accounts. And in the meantime, I'll focus on tape reading, doing drills, and framing setups. Doing drills is something I want to likely have a discussion on in the future because I believe they exercise discipline and build better habits. But it's not the same as trading with more risk involved, if that makes sense. But it will help. And that's it for the first topic. So let's lead into the second topic, the toxic trading mindset when it comes to social media. So other traders have mentioned Discord and asked about socials, and having a Discord sounds like a really good idea, and I may consider it in the future. But for now, I want to focus on trading because I know anything bad can happen at any moment, and I want to keep as clear a mind as possible while trading. Because in the past, Discord triggered FOMO and caused me to trade impulsively when I wasn't supposed to. And I made a rule to stay away from Discord, especially during Asia session, because I'm not well rested and tend to make dumb decisions at night. Like during Asia session, I just blow accounts. I even signed this no trading Asia session contract because I kept blowing accounts there. And let me just show you that really quick because it's actually pretty crazy. So let's pull up that contract. I signed it a few months ago. One second. So this is the Asia session contract that I signed. Personal trading discipline contract, effective immediately. I do not trade or watch charts during Asia session. My edge is in the New York session when I'm rested, focused, and sharp. I protect my capital, my energy, and my peace by shutting it all down at night. The market will always be there in the morning, and my discipline is more important than missing a setup. And I signed this on January, February, March, April 7th. But I still do look at Asia session, not gonna lie, but this contract actually helped me. But anyways, let's go back to the rest of the discussion. Oh yeah, we were talking about social media. So regarding Instagram, I had one, but I deactivated it almost a year ago because it negatively affected my trading. Posting profits would trigger emotions that seeped into my trading, and it becomes this thing where you post profits, receive validation, you get a dopamine hit from that validation, and then it turns into this thing where you're trading for external validation instead of the charts or your system, which can be dangerous. And there's also this pressure to maintain the image of this high performing trader that's always doing good, which is what I want to avoid. The reality is, you're going to have bad days that really suck, and you're going to have horrible days and they're going to suck really bad. And adding social media on top of that amplifies the stress and the tilt, and it becomes too much when the stakes are high. And during the bad trading weeks, like the last week of August, tilt can last the whole week. It's like tilt that carries over into new sessions. And I was stuck in this tilt loop that wouldn't go away. It took a week. And when things finally got good, the bad habits came back again. So this is something I'm actively struggling with, even though I get payouts. And right now, I do have 5 past test accounts with Take Profit Trader, but they're sitting on the sidelines and I can't activate them in 2 weeks because of the max activation limit. And even if I activate them, there's no guarantee they'll reach payout. But I'm just accepting that and trusting that I'll figure something out. So right now, my focus is on tape reading drills and rebuilding confidence to trade better. Because whenever you fall into bad habits, you'll lose trust in yourself, and it takes time to regain it. So I hope that sharing how I'm overcoming setbacks helps other traders overcome their setbacks as well. And it lets you know that you're not alone in this. And right now, I need to focus on rebuilding that trust in myself through tape reading and doing the drills. And this is a topic I likely want to discuss later because it provides concrete steps to break bad habit loops. And I'm still scared because of the uncertainty in trading, but I'm not just going to stop trying. I'll trust that I can adjust and eventually do better. And you can't control or anticipate every obstacle, but you can control your response and next decisions moving forward to navigate that uncertainty until something works out. You just need to trust that you can figure something out. But anyways, that's it for the video. Take care, be safe, and good luck out there.